Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome if you're new. And I'm sorry, I'm just trying to fix myself. I am wearing my Happy Valentine's Day. I'm wearing my Valentine's Day shirt. If I had feelings, they'd be for you. And I got this from Temu when I first started buying from Temu, so over a year ago. Let me sit back down. I'm my one Temu heart, and then my black heart necklace that I've had for years. I thought I'd come on today. I'm sitting, first of all, in front of my Alice. I'm sorry. When you got a new puppy, it's like having a new baby, and he gets into everything right now because he's teething. So I'm hearing him in Sabrina's room, bringing out stuff. So the room's getting clean, right? I'm sitting in front though of my, first of all, my love of shoes, and my Alice diamond painting. If you guys saw, I was doing it for the Alice in Winter Wonderland event, which ends today. And I still haven't done a post review for you all. I will do one. But with it being Valentine's Day, I thought I would share some of my loves with you all. One is, of course, my uh, Goodwill Bins find was this gorgeous lamp. I'm assuming it's the 60s, the doll lamp. Um, she was at the Goodwill Bins, and I found her. She does work too. She was a birthday present to myself. And Sabrina's just like, Mom. I'm like, no, she's coming home. This reminds me too much of, those dolls that would sit on the bed. If you're a child of the 70s, and if you had them, or your grandmother had it, or your great aunt or somebody had it, there were these dolls with these dresses, and they would sit on the bed, just sit on the bed, and their dresses would be full. Another love of mine right now that I got myself for Christmas, and technically my work gave it to me because they gave us all a $50 gift card for Amazon, is my record player. And then I've got some of my records down here, my vinyls that I got. I have, they're all from Walmart. I haven't got anything vintage, but Walmart's doing a lot of these. I noticed they're like exclusive to Walmart. So I got the Poison Icons. I love Olivia Rodrigo, so I got her. This is this her Guts album? I don't know which one is which. Sabrina. Oh, this is Sour. Okay, so this is her Sour album. Did anyone else use these for Barbie houses? Like these were your walls for your Barbie houses? I think my first album like this was the Grease movie album. So I have the Olivia Rodrigo Sour, Jelly Roll. I haven't even opened this one yet. The No Doubt Icons. Oof. This one, I sat and listened to No Doubt over and over and over and over and over again. These are not open yet again. Also, I picked them up and I just haven't opened them. They are the Taylor Swift versions. So, Lover and 1989. This is around the Taylor's version. Let's stay up here. And then I got, oh, this one's heavy. Fearless, Taylor's version. This was, just to let you know the prices on it. So that was $36. And then I got Olivia Rodrigo. This is her. I think this one's Guts. Yeah, this one's Guts. And then I got Fleetwood Mac Live. Rumors Live. It was an exclusive to Walmart. So that is a couple of some of my loves. Once I get the woman cave, whatever girl cave together, I will go ahead and put all this down there. Okay. Another love that I have is books. And I recently got some new books. Some I heard from other people said something about them. It just sounded good. I haven't read any of them yet because I'm still trying to. How many hobbies do you have and you can't get them all done at once? So I've diamond painted. I've like got rid of hobbies. I diamond paint now, and I read. But I've been so busy like wanting to diamond paint that I haven't been reading, and I really need to get book 4 of my Harry Potter series done so I can start book 5. But then I got these new books I really want to read too. So let me get this. So if you have a reader and you haven't gotten something for Valentine's Day yet, maybe this might trigger something. So I ended up getting the Argyle book, which, you know, there's a rumor Taylor Swift wrote the movie or the screenplay, blah, 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 blah. They say Taylor Swift was inspired by the guy who wrote the book, is what I'm understanding. So anyways, I got the book Argyle. One reason I got it was the movie looks so great. I don't get to the movies that often, and so I thought, well, you know what, I'll pick up the book and see what I think of it. So I won't go into detail about it, but basically it's the one about she's a writer. The lady's a writer, and everything she writes comes true, and she writes spy novels. So I got that one. I got this one. Got this one from Amazon, and I apologize. Is it Glittery Ghost? She's a diamond painter, and I apologize. And I found her through Dark and Creepy Diamond Paintings channel. But she said she had just got done reading this book, and it just sounded interesting. It's by Grady Hendrix, and it's How to Sell a Haunted House. And it just sounded, when she said the name, I was like, I have to get that book. She didn't say anything about the book. She said she had just got done reading it, or she was reading it. I looked it up, and I was like, oh, yes, I want this one. Basically, I'm going to kind of give a summary of it because of time. And basically, it's this lady who her parents have died. She has to go back home and to Charleston, and where her brother is, and you know, and settle up the family estate type thing in the house and everything. But the house doesn't want to be sold, so it'll be interesting to see. So it's How to Sell a Haunted House. I also got this book. I cannot wait to read it. This excites me so much. This is Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting's daughter, Leah Marie Brock, Brock, and it's called Within My Skin. And from what I can tell, I got this off of Amazon. And again, quick summary is regarding a girl called Arabella, and Arabella and her mother, and monsters, and this guy Connor, and they live on the coast of Georgia on a small island. And sounds like it. I'll just read the spawn part. It says, thrust into a world where monsters of myth and legend are real, Arabella must fight everything she's ever known to adapt to a new reality. Things are after her, and she needs to be ready. In a dark, gritty, fantastical adventure, Arabella faces impossible odds. With newfound friends and the determination to find answers, she starts the hunt of a lifetime. And so, yeah, so this is I'm not Arabella's book. This is Leah Marie's book. And I just love touching this. Whatever you guys picked for the cover, I love just touching it. And what I love most of all, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mushi, did she publish this herself? Because if she did, how awesome is that to write a book in your, in your early 20s, to write a book and to publish it and say, you know what, F you all, I feel my book is good, I'm going to go ahead and publish it. That, I think, is wonderful. And I hope she does more. Like I said, I haven't read it yet. I'm excited to read it. I'm going to get the cover for you guys to see the gorgeous artwork, the gorgeous cover. And she published this herself. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. But awesome. I think this is just gross. Gross. I think this is great that she did this. Yeah. So there's that one. Then I saw this one. Excuse me. And forgive me if I mispronounce names. And it's called Shatter Me. It's on the New York Times bestseller. It's Tahira Mafi, Mafi, is the last name. And it's called Shatter Me. And I find it at the top, it says, my touch is lethal, and it's crossed off, and it says, my touch is powerful. So I'll show you this one. You can kind of see the name at the bottom. And this one, just kind of a summary. The moon understands what it means to be human, uncertain, alone, created by imperfections. No one knows why Juliet's touch is fatal, but the re-establishment has plans for her, plans to use her as a weapon. But Juliet has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering a strength to fight back for the very first time, and to find a future with the one boy she thought she'd lost forever. In the electrifying first book in the Shatter Me series, Tahari Mafi presents a riveting dystopia world, a thrilling superhero story, and an unforgettable heroine. Epicreads.com is what it's talking about. Anyways, I thought that was interesting, so I got that one. I think what got me on this one was the cover. The cover hooked me. Then I saw these ones, and you guys know I live, like I always say, I live in my own wonderland. I love fairy tales. I love the villains. I love the heroines. I love them all. If I could live in a fairy tale, I would. Anyways, this one's called, it's called Hooked. And it says it's a never after novel by Emily McIntyre. I'll show you this on the back. So that's what it looks like on the back. So the clock and lipstick, and says Hooked. And it's basically on the back about, it says he wants revenge, but he wants her more. And it's about this guy James who wants revenge over his enemy Peter Michaels. Listen to the name. His name is James. He wants revenge over his enemy Peter Michaels. So we've got, the book's called Hooked. His name is James. Peter Michaels. When Peter's daughter, Wendy, shows up at James's bar, he gives her a job. He feels this is his time that he can get revenge over Peter. And, but then he realizes that he's basically falling in love with Wendy. And I love this. This is what sold me. It says, where is it? But as their relationship grows more heated and she learns more about the world he moves in, she finds herself unsure if she's falling for the man known as James or the monster known as Hook. And this is by bluebooks.com is the editor, but that's that one. So, got that one. And I got this one just because it was in that same category, a never after novel, Sacred, again by Emily McIntyre. And this one is, she doesn't belong to him, she belongs to the crown. And I'll just read the last part. Sarah has one plan: marry the king and feed the blood, marry the king and, have an heir. But she never expects the sacred prince. He's dangerous, forbidden, and one of the men she's been sent to kill. But the line between hatred and passion has never seemed so thin, and as secrets come to light, Sarah grows unsure of whom she can trust, torn between vengeance and the villain she was never supposed to love. Now her name is Sarah, his name is Tristan. Then there's so I don't know. It says Tristan will stop at nothing to end his brother's reign, but when Michael's new betrothed, Lady Sarah Beatrix arrives, Tristan finds himself in the middle of a new kind of war. Anyways, I was just enthralled and interested in the fact that there's a never after novel, and there's supposed to be a third one called Wretched. They didn't have it. I looked. This was at Walmart. I was at Walmart and I found all these, so I got this one. I know I didn't explain this one really properly, but it's another one I can't wait to check out. And then I saw this series. These are all series. At least they look like them to me. Or if they're not series, they're kind of written. They're written all by the same person. So this one has to do. That's why I think there's a third one. This is a series, anyways. To me, it's Greek mythology. So if you're into Greek mythology, if you've been watching, and these again are by bloombooks.com. If you've been watching Percy Jackson, it's, first of all, I have to say, I'm watching Percy Jackson. I watched them all. Great, they're good. I like them. They're entertaining, but not. And there's something about it that kind of falls flat for me. And so now I'm like all interested in learning Greek mythology, which at one time I kind of knew a little bit back in the day when I was a child. And I'm probably going to mispronounce her name. And so this one looks like it's the first one. So it says A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. I'll show you this one. A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. And just real quick again, it says, "Let me worship you," he said. His request felt sinful and devious, and she rivaled in it. She answered yes. So this is about is it Persephone or Persephone? I'm not sure I'm pronouncing her name wrong. If you're a Greek mythology person, it's Persephone, is the goddess of spring in title only. Since she was a little girl, flowers have. Basically, she is the daughter of Zeus, and I can't remember who her mother is, but Hades basically falls in love with her. And so he makes a deal with Hades. Or no, he kidnaps her. That's right. He kidnaps her and takes her to the underworld to make her his wife. And so this is a book. I'm pretty sure it's book 1. It didn't say book 1 or book 2 or anything. But if you're like me, I love this first chapter, The Narcissist. And so this one, again, I think her name is Persephone, I'm not sure. So yeah, so there's this one here. And then the second book is called A Touch of Malice, where it says, I'll show you the cover again. And it says, "I am not sure who you think I am," she said. "But let me be clear. I am Persephone, please tell me, guys, future queen of the underworld, lady of your fate. May you come to dread my presence." So this is the story about when her and Hades become engaged. In retaliation, Demeter summons a snowstorm that cripples New Greece and refuses to lift the blizzard unless her daughter, okay, so Demeter is her mom, calls off her engagement. When the Olympians intervene, Persephone finds her future in the hands of ancient gods, and they are divided. So they allow her to marry Hades and go to war with Demeter, or prohibit their union and take up arms against the god of the dead. Nothing is certain but the promise of war. So again, if you're watching Percy Jackson, and I thought that was interesting. And since I talked about that, I found these, which I got for Sabrina because she likes graphic novels. It's the same story, but in graphic novel form. And there's 3 books. They're by Rachel Smythe. And excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Thank you. Rachel Smythe, and it's Lore Olympus. And there are 3 of them. It's the same story, but it looks like I just kind of show you. So here's the cover. Just to show you the cover. So this is the first one, and it's the love story of Hades and I can't think of her name. Don't buy my books. And so here's the cover of the first one, and I'm just gonna show you some of the just to kind of show you inside. And when I'm looking, and it's just an interesting look. The pictures were really nice. I thought she might enjoy this book because she's been watching Percy Jackson. I also thought maybe she might enjoy these. And then volume 2, it looks like this. And I don't know if they have more, like with different stories. But there's this. So again, just to show you. And then number 3 looks like this one. So those are my Greek mythology ones. And then the last one I got here is, I'm trying to do this, I've got a few minutes. The 7.5 deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. This is by Stuart Troughton. And it kind of just remind me of Alice and the Red Queen. And it just here, the rule of black. Heath Evelyn Hardcastle will be murdered at 11 p.m. There are 8 days and 8 witnesses for you to inhabit. We will only let you escape once you tell us the name of the killer. Understood? Then let's begin. And it's a masquerade ball thrown by her parents in the English countryside. And so she dies like every day until they figure it, kind of like a groundhog type thing situation. And lastly, I just got Sabrina, an anime graphic novel. I don't know if you have anyone who's into the anime graphic novels. It's funny because it should go this way, right? Because we know how graphic novels work. There we go. I had it upside down. So there we go. So it's Stitch and the Samurai, and this is book 1. If you didn't know, there are a whole slew of Stitch anime books. So guys, on that, I hope you enjoy my little things that I love at the moment. Or I always love books, but some books that I found. Because I haven't read any of them. I'll give you an